Single-dosing grinders have taken over the coffee world, and one of the most hyped ones is the DF64 Gen 2. But does it actually deliver? Since its release, it has been seen as an affordable alternative to the Niche Zero, which isn't that easy to get your hands on outside the UK, or at least it's very expensive to order it outside of it. The DF64 Gen 2, however, has been steadily growing in popularity, especially since the second generation model fixes a lot of the flaws from the first release. So after using it for more than half a year, I'll be giving you the full breakdown, including grind quality, usability, and whether it's worth your money. Right out of the box, the DF64 Gen 2 feels solid. It's made out of metal, and I chose the matte black finish. It's also available with a white finish. It weighs about 6.8 kilograms, making it significantly heavier than most similar grinders. This is actually awesome in my opinion, as it feels very high quality. The grinder is 35 centimeters high, only 13.2 centimeters wide, and around 25 centimeters deep. With these measurements, it easily fits under almost any kitchen cabinet and still leaves you with enough space to fill the hopper. One big aesthetic upgrade over the first model is the redesigned front panel, a new black aluminum dosing cup, and a wooden lid on the hopper. The hopper itself is made out of rubber and does its job of getting all of the ground coffee out of the grinder very well. The vinyl wrapping on the Gen 1 has also been replaced with a sleek, premium-looking finish. Another improvement is the redesigned grounds chute and the repositioned power button. Previously, it was awkwardly placed under the chute. Now it's much easier to access. Also, the color of the power button was red on a few grinder versions before. Now it's silver, which looks a lot better in my opinion. What is also a nice little detail is this little rubber piece that comes with the grinder. This small piece makes sure that the dosing cup is closer to the chute so you don't make a mess anymore. Now let's talk about grind quality, because in the end, that's what is most important about a grinder. The DF64 Gen 2 comes with 64mm stainless steel flat burrs. Flat burrs are known for producing more uniform particles compared to conical burrs, which often create more fines and boulders. This makes the DF64 Gen 2 an excellent choice for espresso, but also surprisingly good for filter coffee and my Bialetti mocha pot. One of the best things? You can easily upgrade your burrs with various different burrs if you would like to try something different in the future. I still have the original stainless steel flat burrs inside, and I am very happy so far. The stock burrs in the Gen 2 deliver a brighter, more modern flavor profile than the old Italmill burrs from Gen 1, which tended to mute acidity a lot. The grind size is highly precise and clump-free, thanks to the redesigned declumper and the built-in plasma generator that reduces static. So if you put in 18 grams of coffee, you will end up with 18 grams of ground coffee in 9 out of 10 times. Only after grinding several times it can happen once, that you end up with 17.9 grams, but normally, after using the bellow, you end up with 18 grams every time. I will demonstrate it real quick. Then you can also see how long it takes to grind 18 grams of coffee. (18 grams as expected. The DF64 Gen 2 is a single dosing grinder, meaning you weigh your beans, grind, and then blow out any retention with the included bellow. The new anti-popcorning disc stops beans from bouncing around, ensuring more even feeding into the burrs. Even if I don't use the hopper, no beans are popping out of the grinder. Another cool thing is that you can also grind directly into your portafilter if you want to. So if you want your workflow to be even quicker, you can just skip grinding into the dosing cup. For me, I prefer using a dosing cup, as the bellow pushes quite some air through the grinder, and that can lead to a messy kitchen. So if you grind directly into your portafilter, make sure to gently use the bellow, or to make it even easier, Just use one of these dosing funnels that you can stick into your portafilter. I have one that fits perfectly. This way, grinding is really easy, and all of the ground coffee lands where it should. Also, one big upgrade in usability is the new grind adjustment wheel, now wrapped in chrome with a precise metal dial indicator. This makes it much easier to track your settings. Its stepless adjustment allows infinite grind size settings. If you change it 1 millimeter, it already changes the grind size, so you can really go into detail when choosing your grind size. The DF64 Gen 2 is priced at around €399, which is pretty cheap compared to other single dosing grinders. From my experience and also from talking to other people who own the grinder, I don't think that you can get a better grinder for this price at the moment. If you know a better grinder, please let me know, but as far as I know, it is currently the best grinder under €500. The grinder is perfect for those who want a consistent grind without spending more than €500 for their grinder. If you ever want to experiment with different burrs like SSP, this grinder is ideal. It's easy to change the burrs yourself. Also, it is very easy and straightforward to dial it in. The stepless grind adjustment makes it very easy to get along with. And what is also important, it fits well into any setup without taking up too much space. I tried it with a few espresso machines before, and it worked perfectly fine with every single one of them. Also, most people that saw the grinder in my apartment said that they really like the design. For me, after using it for more than half a year now, the only small downside is the sound. It is definitely louder than many other grinders, so if you have a partner or baby sleeping in the room next to it, it is definitely not the best option. So, is the DF64 Gen 2 worth it? If you want a powerful, zero-retention grinder with flat burrs at a reasonable price, this is one of the best options available. It has massive improvements over the original model, from better grind quality to less static and no popcorning. If you're serious about espresso, this is an amazing choice, and I've heard that the SSP burr upgrade makes it even better. I have to try that out in the future. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. What do you think about the DF64 Gen 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you next time.